Hello, welcome back. It is day 5. We are almost through our first week. Today, we're going to do a little configuration on the WordPress that we installed yesterday. Now, first thing, we will go ahead and connect to our server. Whoops. We're going to connect because we may need that at some point. So I remember which one it is. It's that guy. So I've connected my server, up to date, no issues there. And then on the flip side, I want to go out to a browser. I'm going to connect to my WordPress admin, which is whatever your, again, IP address, whatever it is that you called it. I just called it HMB. Then it's going to be WP-admin. And if you go there, it'll ask you to log in, or if you're still logged in, it'll jump right to your dashboard. So it should look something like this. We're going to go ahead and go to plugins. Yesterday, we've already installed Yoast and the Social Media Share plugin. If depending on how long it's been, you may actually have an update. You'll see these occasionally that they will have updates available. You can either do an update like I'm going to do right now. Ideally, what you're going to want to do is pick those once a week, once a month, something like that. Probably monthly or quarterly. Back everything up, do all your updates, and then just make sure it's all good. That way you don't hose your install. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more plugins. We're going to use these later, but for now I want to do the Google Analytics dashboard. If I search for that, I will see this guy. I'm going to go ahead and install him, and I'll activate it. So I can see Google Analytics just showed up over there. I am also going to do AdRotate. And I want the banner manager. I believe that's the one I want. Yep, that's the one I want. And I will install that. Activate it, and I will see, oh, he's up here. It says you a nice little thank you. You can dismiss that. And if I go here, see some information about it, and I could go in and actually, you can see here there's a whole bunch of settings I can do to set that up. We won't bother with that right now. I just wanted to get a couple plugins in under our belt. And then what we want to do is, if we look, let me go copy that, and I'm going to go to my home page. That's what I see. I mean, it's not a bad little, hello world type site, but let's say I want to do something a little more me. I'm going to go into themes, and this is, you can see right here, there's a home page. This is 2017, happens to be the default theme that is installed right now. Until you get to the next version, they may change that up. Every year they have a new default theme. You can see back in 2016, you can see back in 2015 what they used to be. But more importantly, if you don't accidentally go backwards, appearance, themes, I'm going to add a new one. What you'll see when you do add new is it's going to go out to basically WordPress. They've got hundreds, I guess, maybe thousands of themes that are free. There are some paid ones out there as well. But if you go, when you first add, you're going to see the most popular, or the featured ones. So you can see some that they're trying to push. You can see sort of what the homepage looks for each of these. You can also look at the popular ones, which again, you're going to see, like popular ones by default are going to be all these default ones of the last few years. And then there's some other ones out there, and your site is not going to look exactly like this site, but it should give you an idea. You can see back here, 2011, 2013. Here's a nice default consulting kind of look, which is funny because although I don't use that, that looks very similar to my consulting page. So you can see, do you want here, do you want a page that starts with a big full image? Do you want something that's got a little banner and then a blog article? Do you want something like this? It's got maybe a 3-column, it's got like a banner and then some columns underneath to highlight it. Similar one, but they're images. And you can just see all kinds of sample sites in all of these different themes. So what you can do is then browse, pick them, and then you can even, it doesn't cost anything to install them. So for example, let me do I'm going to just take this Egg News, I'm going to install it. Now it does take up some space, so what you'll probably want to do at some point is clean stuff out. But let's say I look at Egg News and Magazine Hoot, and let me see. For me, you can also see latest. Better yet, you can play around with the feature filters. So there's going to be some that are aimed at a certain type of style. If you sort of know your layout, if you want a grid or 1, 2, 3 column, 4 column, certain features, like if you want featured like footer widgets, post formats, if you want to change up how your posts are done. There's some things like that. We'll get into these later. At some point, we'll talk more deeply into these. But let's say for me, I want to do I'm going to look for something where it's maybe a blog, education, portfolio. Okay, so I'm going to apply those, and that's going to change what my results are. So now I can see a whole bunch of different ones. Let's see if there's something that to me says, hey, this is what I want to do for my site. And I'm going to do one that's, as I mentioned, I'm going to do something for a book. So I want something that's going to probably highlight so I can put the cover on, and then I'm going to have some articles and some stuff like that around it. So it's sort of like a single product site. Which may be, going to find something that sort of speaks to your product. So let me try I don't like that color. And you can see it's going to be different colors. It's going to be all kinds of different options that are out there. Let me go back and look at the filter real quick. Let me try e-commerce. Because that may give me something. Oops, sorry, it's education. Let me try e-commerce. And I may see something here. So yes, I could see something that maybe is a, primary business, something like that. So let's just, for grins, because I may come back to this at another point, I'm going to see if something just jumps out. Hey, anybody just say something if you say oh, that looks awesome. Let's just do this one. It's like a nice one. So, all right, so I'm going to install it. And then once I've installed a few, I can go to my themes. These are all the installed themes. And I can either do a live preview, which is the fastest way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, remember, this is my, this is what it looks like right now. And here's my little hello world. This is going to look like if I used this guy. So I could activate and publish, or I can go back and I can do, because he has that background. So I can do this guy. If I do a live preview, see, this one's a little different. And let's go, let's pick this one and do a live preview. And again, because these things haven't really been fleshed out, I don't see a whole lot. You're not going to see, oops, sorry. I want to do that. It's not going to look near as nice as the default does because it doesn't have all of those images and stuff built in. So let's go ahead with this tiny Hestia. I'm going to activate it. And so once I activate it, if I go in and I refresh my site, boom, now I've got my new site, got my new look. And what I can do is then I can come in here and I can customize it. So I can pick, depending on what your theme is, you're going to have different options. Probably want to walk through these things. So like my identity's already been set up as far as my site title. My tagline, I want to change my tagline. just keep that as my priorities. I could take whatever image I want. So you're going to see here, they should be square. This is going to be your site icon, which will show up here. Like here, you see that's the Amazon. This one doesn't have anything. This one doesn't have anything. 512. Let's see if, I don't even know if I've got an image, but we'll grab one real quick. Let's see. I did not have a good one. So I will just pick something. If I pick, I don't even know what this guy is. This is probably a really random image. Yes, it is. Timon and Pumbaa. So if I take that and open it, then that's going to be my image. I'll just go ahead and do that for now. And so I can do that. You can do a little bit of resizing and such. I'm sorry, dragging around a little bit, things like that. But I'm going to keep it like that. So I'll go ahead and crop image. Oh, but I can't because I don't have the image library in. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. So we're going to go ahead and cancel out of this. And we're going to fix it on our server. So we're going to come over here and we're going to do a sudo yum install php 56-gd. This gets our image library in. And at that point, then we need to, we're going to go in and restart our web server. Now, we can go in here. And I'm going to, let me remove that. I'm going to select my image because I'm just going to start from scratch. Oops, I want to delete him. Delete permanently because I don't want extra ones floating around. I'm going to select a file, load it, select it, crop it. Now I don't have the error. Now it shows up there. And you can see up here, I have my little image. And so forth. So we can go through, we can change our general settings. We can do, and it depends from site to site. So like this one, I don't have a whole lot of stuff going on, so you're not going to see a ton of it right now. I can change some of my, my fonts depending on what it is. I can definitely do my background image. So I'm going to come in and do some customization on this. But again, look at themes, and there's a ton out there. You can play around with them pretty quickly. What I would do is, I'm going to go ahead and publish the change just because. And then I get to cancel out of that. And let's go ahead. And so I've got some pages. I've also got some posts. I'm going to create a post real quick. Oh, if I hit my button right, I'm going to create a post. So this will be my first post. And I'm not even typing right. So if I do my first post, I can come in and just say, this is a post to show how to post. Here's some more text. And I'm going to do now, I am getting fancy. And what you can do is if you go up here, you can see some extra sort of formatting type things you can do. This guy opens up some stuff like colors and stuff like that. So I can come in here and I'm going to change him from that to, let's make it red. And I'm going to make him pre-formatted. And then I'm going to publish it. And that if you publish it, that means it's available right away. You can save a draft and use it at some point. You can actually set it up so that only certain people can see it. You're publish immediately. You could actually instead publish it on another date. This readability and SEO are there because of Yoast SEO, which we saw. And we'll see down here, it tells us some stuff about it. So from a readability, it says like here, I don't have any subheadings. I should have one. This is going to help my score. You can see it's orange. I want to make it green. It says none of these things have a transition word. That's a problem. You can look down here and it can tell you some things that are doing good. And then over here, you're going to see some of your more your SEO related stuff. So you need to do focus words. Like say, once I do first, Now I've got a red in first because it's going to tell me some problems. And you have to have that focus keyword to turn stuff on, because that's telling the site, this is what I want to, this is what I want my theme of my post to be. You can set a featured image. Let me do my featured image. I'll just set that guy. So that means that's going to show up there. I can do some tags. I can categorize it, but let's go ahead and publish it just for now. And then if I don't want to do that guy. I want to look at, all right. So I guess I do want to jump over. So I'm going to go visit the site, and I'm going to see that, hey, here's my post. There's that prior one that I had. I set my image up, so that shows up there. I can see the category, and it's going to be a little different depending on what your theme is. And if I click on the title, then I get to come in and see my post. I can do the same thing with pages, as we saw. A little different because pages are going to show up in through menus and stuff like that. Again, every one of these themes is a little different. And I don't have, like right now, this theme does not have a menu set up, so I would have to set that up. But I'll leave it now for you to play around with it. Go ahead and select yourself a theme, put a first post together. That'll be part of your weekend assignment anyways. And you'll get something Saturday and Sunday, or depending on what day of the week you started. Day 6 and day 7, you will get some more daily stuff, and have a little bit of homework and extra work to do. And then the next time I talk to you here, we will be diving into week 2. So hope you've enjoyed your first week here. We've actually made some progress. We've got a site, we've got a blog site up. Well, you could start right here blogging, and you're off and running. So enjoy it, play around with it. As always, shoot us questions at info@developerpreneur.com if you have any of them. Other than that, have a good couple of days, and we will see you here next time.